In One Piece, who is the most powerful Marine? Every die-hard One Piece fan, as well as newcomers, wants to know the answer to this question. This issue is more difficult to answer than deciding which One Piece combat was the finest, because each Marine has their own convoluted background and superpower. Despite being portrayed as the series' greatest villain, there are good-hearted Marines seeking to save lives and counter the system's corruption. Others, on the other hand, exploit their high-ranking positions for selfish benefit. Whatever your feelings on the Marines in One Piece, it's apparent that these powerful admirals and commanders have the ability to back up their statements with their fists. Some people have the Devil Fruit's diabolical powers, while others have pushed their bodies to their breaking point. However, which Marine is it? Diabolical powers. Number 1. Bodies. Tashigi is a Marine officer under Vice Admiral Smoker's command. She started out as a chief petty officer and rose through the ranks after the events of Alabasta. While her swordsmanship and knowledge of legendary swords are admirable, she is also incredibly clumsy. Tashigi has a similar resemblance to Kuina, Roronoa Zoro's childhood buddy, who died tragically in a bizarre accident. Tashigi has a similar resemblance to Kuina, Roronoa Zoro's childhood buddy, who died tragically in a bizarre accident. Number 2. Jun, also known as Momuzagi, is a vice admiral in the Marine Corps. She's a strong lady who isn't hesitant to speak up about problems that she believes are important. Garp's lack of worry for his grandson being pursued by 2 emperors was brought up by her. Suru, an experienced Marine vice admiral, and Jun have a sister-like connection. She is a strong candidate for the rank of admiral. In vice admiral. Number 3. Sister-like connection. Virgo, sometimes known as Demon Bamboo, was a Marine vice admiral and the chief of the G5 branch, who used his position of power to further his criminal operations. He became one of the Don Quixote pirates for senior officers after swearing allegiance to them. While he may appear respectable in public, Virgo is truly cunning and brutal to others, as seen by his unthinking murder of his own Marine subordinates. Virgo knows how to use the Busos Hoku Haki to harden his body parts, and bamboo staff for huge harm and defense. Virgo knows how to use the Busos Hoku Haki to harden his body. Number 4. For huge X-Drake appeared to be a former Marine rear admiral who went to piracy after defecting. X-Drake, on the other hand, was discovered to be an undercover Marine, a member of the Secret Sword Special Force. X-Drake was known on Sabayati Archipelago as one of the 11 supernovas, and had a bounty of over 100 million belly on his head before he was outed as a Marine. X-Drake had an advantage over his opponents due to his experience and training as a Marine. He can use both hands to wield a rapier and a 4-bladed axe. Experience and training as a Marine. He is transformed into an Allosaurus by his devil fruit, the Ryu Nomi model Allosaurus. He is transformed into an Allosaurus by his devil fruit, the Ryu Nomi model Allosaurus. Number 5. Kobe is the most extreme example of a 180 out of all the characters featured in One Piece. Kobe, the weeping small kid who dreamed of becoming a Marine in the first episode of the series, featured in One Piece. Kobe, the weeping small kid who dreamed of becoming a Marine, was able to realize his ambition thanks to Helmeppo's friendship and Garp's teaching. Kobe is an expert swordsman and boasts incredible strength and speed as a Marine captain. He also possesses the Kanbunshoku Haki's sixth sense power, and the Rokushiki's superhuman martial arts. He also possesses the Kanbunshoku Haki's sixth sense power. Number 6. Superhuman martial. When one thinks of the Marines in One Piece, the first person who comes to mind is Marine Office Smoker of the White Hunter. His big build, white hair, and enormous cigars set him out from the rest of the crowd. His devil fruit ability, the Moku Moku no Mi, permits him to turn into smoke. Smoker has come close to defeating Luffy and turning him over to the Marines on numerous occasions, but the Rubberman is typically spared by a miraculous change of events. And turning him over to the Marines on numerous occasions, but the Rubberman is typically spared by a miraculous change of events. Smoker is an extraordinarily strong man that is dreaded by pirates all across the world, even without his devil fruit. Smoker is a good and honest man, despite his toughness and scary demeanor, even without. Number 7. Smoke. Kong, a former fleet admiral of the Marines, was a powerful figure in the military. Kong's political clout has increased to tremendous proportions as the current commander-in-chief of the world government. He commands not just the Marines, but also the 7 warlords of the sea, Ice Lobby, and the Cypher Pals, as well as espionage agents. Kong can also withdraw the title of Warlord of the Sea from anyone at any time, as well as launch the ultimate marine assault known as Buster Call against any island he deems is a threat. Kong's physical abilities, on the other hand, have yet to be disclosed against any. Number 8. Veteran Marine Admiral Tsuru is still a force to be reckoned with, despite her advanced age. Because she was born in the same generation as Garp and Sengoku, she is regarded as one of the most powerful admirals in the world. She met Don Quixote da Flamingo while he was still a pirate, before he rose to become the sea's warlord. Tsuru is the only high-ranking marine with whom da Flamingo is prepared to show respect in comparison to the others. Tsuru is a great tactician who can devise new schemes in minutes as he grows older. Tsuru's devil fruit of choice is the Woshu Woshu no Mi, which lets her to wash and hang out to dry her opponents. Tsuru's devil fruit of choice is the Woshu Woshu no Mi, which Number 9. Hang out to dry. Z, the antagonist of One Piece film, Z, was a well-respected Marine admiral before his life was permanently changed. He joined the Marines because he was a firm believer in justice, but resigned when he realized the Marines were not what they seemed. Pirates assassinated his wife and son. A pirate who would be welcome to the 7 warlords of the sea also cut Z's right arm. Following his devastating loss, Z became certain that pirates must be completely eradicated, and formed the Neo Marines to accomplish it. Z's abilities were compared to those of the most powerful Marines, such as Garp, Sengoku, and Tsuru. The Battle Smasher, his right mechanical arm, was created for warfare against Devil Fruit users. Tsuru. Number 10. His right mechanical. Ryokugyu is the pseudonym of a mysterious admiral in the Marine Corps. His exact look has yet to be revealed at this time. Ryokugyu, on the other hand, looks to be unconcerned about his responsibilities. Despite this, Ryokugyu is regarded as one of the world government's greatest military powers, despite the fact that he claims he hasn't eaten anything in 3 years and still has the strength to move around and battle. Military powers. It's possible Ryokugyu ate a devil fruit of some kind, but there's no current confirmation on what it was. Number 11. Ate a devil. Sakazuki, the current fleet admiral of the Marines, goes under the alias Akainu. His fervent conviction in absolute justice has led him to order the destruction of a refugee ship because it might be harboring a wayward scholar. Pirates and fellow Marines alike have been outraged by Akainu's harsh and inflexible behavior. Akainu can manufacture and manipulate magma from his body thanks to the Megu no Mi fruit's abilities. Akainu can manufacture and manipulate magma from his body thanks. His magma abilities are superior to Ace's pyrokinetic abilities.
Then by my hand!
His magma abilities are superior to Ace's pyrokinetic. Number 12. Akiji, commonly known as Kyojuro, is a former Marine admiral who resigned after losing the fleet admiral rank to Akainu. Despite his laid-back demeanor and lack of enthusiasm, Aokiji will act if necessary. Akiji's beliefs are a tangle. He was a devout member of the world government, but he wasn't hesitant to defy its orders if he thought they were unfair. Aokiji can make and change anything into ice with the power of the devil fruit, the Hi no Mi. In a one-on-one encounter, he used his freezing abilities to defeat Luffy, power of the devil fruit, the Hi no Mi. In a one-on-one encounter, he used his freezing abilities to defeat Luffy. Number 13. Kyojuro, also known as Borsellino, is one of the Marine Corps' 3 admirals. Kyojuro has a laid-back demeanor, but he is ruthless when it comes to criminals and pirates. Marine Corps' 3 admirals. Kyojuro has a laid-back demeanor, but he is in the Marines. Kyojuro is only second to Sengoku in terms of ranking. Kyojuro can make and manipulate light thanks to the Pika no Mi fruit's abilities, transforming him into a light human. Kyojuro has the ability to sprint at the speed of light and travel through reflections, forming him into a light human. Kyojuro has the ability to sprint at the speed of light and travel through reflections. Number 14. Issho, commonly known as Fujitora, is an admiral in the Marine Corps. Issho purposefully blinded himself to avoid seeing the world's ugliness, resulting in an X-shaped scar on his face. During the 2-year time jump, Issho rose to the rank of admiral, and like his predecessor, former Marine Admiral Kyojuro, believes in moral justice. Issho is a formidable warrior despite his blindness, and he possesses the Devil Fruit's powers, Zushi no Mi, which allow him to control gravitational forces and channel them via his blade, the Devil Fruit's. Number 15. Nomi Sengoku is a former Marine Fleet admiral who holds the Devil Fruit's power. Sengoku was a rigorous admiral in the Marines who followed the concepts of absolute justice and rarely questioned commands from the world government. However, after losing trust in the world government, he rose through the ranks to become an inspector general, loosening up over time. Despite this, he still possesses enormous intelligence and strength. Sengoku's Devil Fruit, the Hito no Mi model, Daibutsu, transforms him into a powerful huge golden Buddha. Sengoku's Devil Fruit, the Hito no Mi model, Daibutsu, Number 16. Huge Golden Buddha. Monkey D. Garp is a formidable Marine Vice Admiral who memorably confronted Gold D. Rogers on several occasions during his tenure. He's also one of the few Marines Rogers considers worthwhile of his attention. Monkey D. Luffy's paternal grandpa, Garp, began training the future Pirate King at an early age and later subjected Kobe and Helmeppo to the same harsh punishment. Garp is a recognized Vice Admiral with incredible strength, speed, and durability. Garp is a recognized Vice Admiral with incredible strength, speed, and durability. Despite his initial appearance as a drowsy old fool who let Axehand Morgan get away, the only reason Garp hasn't been promoted to Admiral is because his actions would be limited by his superiors. The only reason Garp hasn't been promoted to Admiral is because his actions would be limited by his superiors.